Hey P-fans, welcome back to Podzilla and our special off-season episode, Rank All Monsters. Now this is part 2 to our two-parter episode, so if you haven't given the first episode a listen, go back and click play on that. In our last episode we got through 26 of the 36 kaiju and monsters that we've seen in our past year of listening, which means that we're down to our final 10. Will Baragon be in my top 3? Will Minilla be Jasha's number 1? Make sure you're sitting down with some nuptial sake and get ready for this episode of Podzilla. The big 1-0 Jasha. Mogira.
I have Kumanga as my number 10, who we've already talked about.
Give me a little first. Why is Kumanga in your top 10?
I mean, I talked about it before. It's probably why you've got Ibra so high. It's just like these are giant monsters, but there's just something cool about them. Like I really love the puppeteering for them, the way they have that giant arm that's real freaky when it's going in and grabbing people. I just love the idea and the concept of having this giant...
Of Maguma.
Kumanga.
That's why Kumanga's so high in yours.
Yeah, that's why Kumanga's so high.
I think there is something about just these giant protectors of places. But yeah, Mogira.
Yeah.
So this was the giant robot kaiju, the first robot kaiju of the Mysterians.
Yeah, and they have multiple Mogiras that I think in the movie they can just like send out to cause havoc for them.
Yeah, it's like they're little sentries.
Yeah.
But they're so big and pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like the first one comes down and just rains destruction on this little village, little town.
Yeah.
But they look really... I don't want to say cute, because they're not necessarily cute. But their costumes remind me a little bit of... like metallic Teletubbies, I guess?
They look real strange because they're meant to kind of look like Godzilla. So they've got spikes down their back. They've got a tail, even though they're robots. But then they've got this drill bit for a mouth. And do they have like some sort of razor on their chest or something?
I don't know. You might be thinking of Gigan, but they might.
Oh, no, they've got like big points for their arms, right?
I can't even remember. I just know they
They
look
just
cool.
look so weird.
But then they also have the antenna and those really cool eyes.
Yeah.
And just an insane amount of power. Yeah, look, no, so they don't have that sword blade.
But I do have
But
points.
look at those.
Yeah.
It's like 2 points on each hand.
And I don't really know why we've both got him so high, because he doesn't have personality at all. These Mogiras do not have personality, but they're like the most unique you can make a monster, especially when it's a robot monster.
Yeah.
It's so unique, it's so out there. I love how they're just used really practically in the plot as kind of bringers of destruction, as sentries. And the way the second one gets destroyed by like drilling through the ground, drilling a hole through the ground, coming up, popping its head out, then getting something just smashed down on it and destroy it.
In 5 seconds, like blink and you miss it scene.
Like, I like how these things are used as just dispensable robots.
It's the best way to have a kaiju, I think, in the movie that isn't kaiju focused.
Yeah.
Is just have them be the pawns of this greater force.
Yeah, because you've got, like, we talked about Meguma and Gorath. He just pops up out of nowhere for 5 minutes and then gets destroyed for almost no reason. But then in this, you've actually got them serving a good purpose and having a very good reason for them to be there.
And it takes the humans a good long while to start cracking the Mysterians' forces.
Yeah.
Especially with their home base. But I don't think that they actually defeat the Mogira.
The initial one, yeah. I can't remember what happens to it. We'll add it to the rewatch list, the Mysterians. It's been over a year since we've
They
seen
probably
it.
do.
Yeah.
But there's that scene where the first Mogira comes and they have the bridge miniature.
Yeah, yeah.
And it brings this thing up in flames, and the miniature design is done so well, and it really shows off how powerful these Mogira are. And by proxy, how powerful the Mysterians are.
Yeah.
Right at the start of the movie, it just sets the tone for them so well.
Yeah, and the Mogiras look so weird, the Mysterians look so weird. They're in that weird base that looks like a giant egg. Like, just the weirdness of the whole movie just really, makes them stand out. I think that's why they're so high, at least for me.
Another one I'd love to have a collectible of.
Yeah. That's a given for any of these going forward, I think.
Yeah. Like top 15.
Yeah.
Without needing to be said. Number 9.
Number 9. I don't know why I've got this one so low, but King Ghidorah is my number 9.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he'd be in top 5 for you at least.
Yeah.
Because he was one of your favorite little toys as a kid, right? You had a little King Ghidorah toy.
I don't know if we did have a King Ghidorah.
I'm certain you did.
I don't know.
I'm certain.
He's one of Toho's big 4.
Yep.
He's one of the most recognizable movie monsters of all time, I feel.
That being Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, he's only number 9 for me. We'll get into that a bit later.
I got Dagora here.
Dagora made your top 10.
I think so. I think because for a kaiju movie, for a monster movie, this is one of the most unique ways to portray a kaiju. Because I think the whole story behind Dagora is that it was an extraterrestrial cell that just started growing.
Yeah, some sort of cell that just grew into this humongous squid-like life form.
Yeah, I don't know if it was because of radioactive means or whatever.
Who knows?
But they bring this real unique monster of just a giant, like, electricity-like squid in a cloud.
Fluorescent.
Giant fluorescent. It looks so cool. Yeah. And it moves so well. I think we talked about it in the episode, but I thought it was a real squid.
Yeah. But just puppets that they moved around underwater. That's how they filmed this giant being. And I just love the idea of this huge kaiju in the sky, in the clouds. It's just kind of this huge force that is almost unstoppable at that point, because you're not going to be able to get to it with ease.
Right.
And it's just, again, there's nothing else like Dagora on this list, pretty much. It's just so cool.
Yeah, it has such a cool place in the world as well. It needs to eat carbon. It needs to consume carbon to live.
Yeah.
And so it just starts doing these weird things. There are diamond robberies on Earth, and people are wondering why the heck, why?
Yeah, what's stealing the diamonds? Is it normal, like, diamond thieves, or...?
Yeah. I think I'd like him a little bit better if they found a more creative way to kill him in the end. Because I think what happens is they realize that wasp
I forgot about that.
bee toxins from bee stings affect it, so they just create a bunch of wasp toxin and release it.
But then if you remember what happens after that is when Dagora gets killed, it like falls to the ground as multicolored rocks.
As rainbow rocks, yeah.
Again, it's just so weird and so cool.
Which adds a bit more character to it, I guess.
Yeah. No, I really like Dagora as well.
And shout out to our artist, Dagora.
Dagora9898, who does most of our Podzilla artwork. Yeah, we found him after doing our Dagora episode.
Do you think this is Dagora's favourite?
We'll have to ask him. We'll have to ask if, I guess it would be Dagora's favourite.
Dagora, let us know. Number 8.
Number 8 for me is Matango.
Matango, okay.
And again, I just really love them. I think they're used brilliantly in their story, and it's just such a cool concept.
Do you think you'd like to see them again in the future?
Yeah, I'd love to see them. I don't know how they could be used, but imagine like bringing it to even the level of kaiju getting infected by this mushroom-like disease that kind of changes their personality.
Great.
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently, me and Jaysha.
Yeah.
And there's a similar thing where it's like the Curio.
Yeah.
Which starts infecting these giant monsters and making them go absolutely feral. You could have a great storyline where all the kaiju get infected.
Yeah.
And this giant force takes over them all.
Yeah, like stepping it up from the plot of Matango when it's humans kind of going up against this infection. Like maybe even in the modern day Monsterverse when you've got Kong as kind of the human surrogate hero. Like everyone's rooting for Kong. He's kind of the hero of those movies. Maybe he gets infected and you see a side of him that you haven't before when he's like completely just feral and completely evil, and other kaiju have to step up to stop him, or humanity needs to. I don't know. Yeah, I really love the Matango.
Again, Monsterverse writers, hit us up.
That was my number 8. So what was yours?
Baragon.
Baragon made it this high on your list.
I don't know why, honestly. I think, in all honesty, I think the little videos I've seen of Ryota voicing and doing a little Baragon scream while in the suit have affected me so much.
Because we've seen all of Baragon except for one more movie that they make an appearance in.
And that's in the Millennium...
The Millennium series,
which is quite a bit way in the future. So I really don't know. I can't explain this. I just had to listen to my gut. Baragon is up here.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a little bit of creativity when it comes to Baragon. I really love that they created a monster that...
Because it's not like anything else.
Nah, it's just this burrowing monster that lives under the ground, has this big old horn. I really love even the creativity when it comes to designing the head of Baragon when its ears...
Oh, the ear flaps?
It has huge ears that have like a little half circle taken out of each ear, and when the ears cover Baragon's face, it creates a hole for its horn to point through. Like, it's just some cool design elements. But we haven't seen many cool scenes with Baragon yet. I'm hoping that we do.
Yeah.
But I like the design.
You've got a Baragon collectible.
That's
my favourite.
Yeah, it's great.
Enough said. 7. This might be the same.
7. You reckon?
We're going to say in 3, 2, 1. Rodan. Oh.
Rodan is your number 7.
Yeah.
Orochi is mine. Yamato no Orochi from the Three Treasures.
The Three Treasures. Good one. We'll talk about it soon. Rodan. First appearing in Rodan. Least favourite of the classic 4.
Is it just for you because it's kind of just a big pterodactyl?
I honestly think so. I think it's a cool power set, but I don't know. Is it King of the Monsters? It's the most recent MonsterVerse movie.
Yeah, before Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, before Godzilla vs. Kong. That's kind of my picture of how the 4 should look.
Even though you haven't seen it.
Even though I haven't seen it. Like, you have a real cool Godzilla, you have this giant moth, you have King Ghidorah, which is insane. But I never really like Rodan. I feel like he just looks the most measly out of the bunch and shouldn't really be one of the 4.
You reckon?
Like, the power set of him is amazing. You have his, like, supersonic speed, which kills anybody near it.
Yeah.
He's got a spiky chest, I guess.
The first, like, Toho kaiju that can fly.
First one that can fly. Yeah. Has a bit of a crazy personality that is played off in a good way.
I think that's why I like him so much.
Because of the personality?
Yeah, just because even more so than Godzilla or Mothra or even Minilla at times, I really love Rodan's personality as just the snarky, kind of constantly annoyed character.
He's almost like the Donald Duck of the bunch.
Yeah, real cocky.
Yeah.
Like, he's always... I just love the scenes in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster and Invasion of Astro Monster when... Just any of the scenes with Rodan, really, when you get him laughing when someone else is getting in trouble and Rodan's laughing his head off. And then soon after that, he gets completely webbed up or he gets in trouble and then he's, like, silent or stunned. And yeah,
I can see the gif now.
Yeah, I just really, really like the guy. And even though he is a big pterodactyl, I mean, when we get down to it later on, Godzilla's just a big dinosaur with a few additions.
That's true.
And Rodan's just the same. He's just got a few more additions than your average pterodactyl. But I think he's really memorable. I think he's just got a great personality, and I hope they lean more into that. And yeah, I just really like the guy. I think he's different enough to all the others that we have to make him stand out on his own.
That's fair. Do you know if that personality is transferred over into the later movies?
No clue.
What about the recent MonsterVerse ones?
No spoilers.
Come on.
No spoilers.
I doubt they're going to do it, but I hope they bring in that craziness.
I will tell you that he is not on Godzilla's side.
Okay.
So he is more of a villain than a hero.
Is he a little bit snarky, though?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's very definitely like...
Okay. Cool.
The personality traits he has now do carry across into the...
Okay, great. That's what I meant to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, up to the top 6. For 6, I have Odako.
My number 6 is Odako as well.
Let's go!
The giant octopus.
I love how there's like 3 that synced up real well so far. Now, Odako's appeared in, I want to say 2 movies. Am I right?
Officially, Odako's in King Kong vs. Godzilla and War of the Gargantuas. However, he's also in the alternate ending of Frankenstein Conquers the World.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so
I forget
technically he's in 3.
Now, I remember him in King Kong Escapes.
Versus Godzilla.
I meant to say that.
Yeah.
What was his role in War of the Gargantuans?
War of the Gargantuas, he's only in the very first sequence when we first see...
The ship.
Yeah, Odako attacks the ship, and then Gyra attacks Odako.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
First off,
Best scene of the movie.
So cool. That's another one of the scenes that leans into the horror aspect.
Yeah.
Just seeing those giant tentacles creeping around the edges of the ship.
Whew.
I get shivers down my
You
spine.
get chills. Yeah, I did too. And then in Frankenstein Conquers the World, he's in the alternate ending when once Frankenstein's defeated Baragon, all of a sudden out of nowhere, the giant octopus attacks him on the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that movie, didn't really like Odaka too much.
Yeah.
The reason I like him a lot, personally, is because of his role in King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
Where they use a real live octopus.
There is nothing else like this. It looks so cool.
So freaking cool.
Yeah.
They take this giant octopus and they green screen him so that he's giant compared to all of the people.
Yeah.
It doesn't look fantastic.
No.
But just the octopus looks amazing.
Yeah, when they've got destruction scenes with Odako, and it just looks so cool. And there's just nothing like it because you've got a real octopus, and you've got real people, and they've composited both the shots together. You can tell it's real. With all the other monsters here, you can tell that they're puppets, or you can tell that they're costumes, but you can tell that this thing's a real creature, and it just adds this element of realism and this just real cool aspect to the movie.
And you don't even get that with movies nowadays because they've lent so much into CGI.
Yeah.
Where you can tell things are CGI.
You look at it and you're like, yeah, that's visual effects.
And I think everybody agrees that practical is better than CGI. You look at the old Jurassic Park movies and there's something about them.
Yeah.
It's just really cool.
I mean, visual effects is great.
But this kind of supersedes both of those because
yeah,
it creates a little bit of disconnect in the mind where you're thinking to yourself, this isn't a costume, this isn't faked.
I'm watching a movie.
But this is real.
yeah.
They did something really special with Odako. And I don't know if you can do that with any other animals.
No.
But they do it real well for him.
Yeah, and then even just not when they use the real octopus. Again, the starting of War of the Gargantuas, even though it's just a puppet, they get really creative with using different tentacles going around the place, puppeteering the tentacles and having glowing eyes in Odako. And again, it's this kind of soulless terror, the soulless creature that's just hell-bent on destruction, that I think this is one of the times they've done it the best and just the most creatively, and I just love every time that he's been in these movies.
It also evokes those feelings of the Kraken, I think.
Yeah.
Classic mythological creature. And I think that's what makes that scene so scary, is that we all kind of know the story of giant octopus or giant squid out in the ocean.
Well, I mean, giant squid's real, right? There's real giant squids.
Yes, they actually are.
But then there's is it colossal squids that are still kind of a cryptid or a legend, like an even bigger squid or a kraken? Because I think there's similar giant octopuses have been
Have we
confirmed.
talked about this?
I don't think
Little
so.
side tangent here. Me and Jace used to watch a show called Monster Quest back in the day. You got a box set of it.
Yeah.
Where they investigated cryptids one by one.
Yeah.
And tried to find evidence of them. Most of them they couldn't.
No.
But there was one episode about the Kraken.
Or giant squids. When
giant
they
squid.
actually found a huge squid.
They went to one of the lowest points of the ocean. And I think you can look it up, but there's a brief few seconds where this giant squid comes along.
You see its eye.
And by, I think it was the reflections of the light in the eye, they were able to estimate how huge it was.
Yeah.
And it lived up to the name Colossal Squid.
Yeah.
I need to go back and watch that video.
Yeah, man, that's a good show. But I'm pretty certain that there are real legends or sightings or myths about in real life of giant octopuses. So it's pretty cool to just have this actual mythical beast show up in a movie.
And so that's why they need to get the actual Colossal Squid in the next Godzilla movie and bring in a real animal to play.
Do it like
against
this.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be great. Number 5.
Just the top 5.
I think oh no, you've talked about Orochi before, haven't you?
And you've talked about Anguirus before, so we're going to have a little bit of change. But what was your 5th one?
Orochi.
Okay, mine's Mothra.
Well, where's Anguirus for you?
Not anywhere yet.
Oh, Mothra's number 5.
Mothra's number 5 for me.
Why number 5?
We'll get into it soon.
Okay.
I want to talk about Orochi. Yamato no Orochi.
So obviously number 5, the whole top 5 are just really cool creatures.
Yeah.
Going to be the best of the best. For me, Orochi, in the movie he's in, he serves the best purpose he can for his role in the film.
Yeah.
He's a legendary 8-headed dragon-like monster who the hero just has to find a way to defeat and slay to gain the sword.
Orochi's got 8 heads and 8 tails, and if you stab him in the place where his body becomes the tails, a sword comes out of his body or something?
Something weird. But it's this giant challenge that the hero has to overcome.
Yeah.
And seeing it put into action, you don't think that they could pull off an 8-headed monster well.
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge task.
Yeah.
They do it majestically.
Yeah. There's not much, like, fighting. You don't get a fight scene with Orochi and
Well, you have a dude, like, stepping
hero.
back and making, like, actions in the air with his sword.
Well, he's got a wind sword, right? So
Yeah.
he can attack without actually touching this dragon. But yeah, I think the main thing about Orochi is just how awesome he looks. Just the way they puppeteer those heads and how menacing the body is. And just the idea of this 8-headed legendary creature. I love King Ghidorah, but again, King Ghidorah was a bit further down for me. And Orochi just is scarier than Ghidorah for me. Orochi's just way more out there. Instead of 3 heads, he's got 8 and 8 tails. And there's this mythical element to him that I really, really, really love. I can't wait. I know that he's coming up in a few more movies, so I can't wait to watch those ones.
Oh. Because I know there's one about Orochi.
There's Orochi, the 8-headed dragon.
Is it just one?
And then I think he's referenced in some Godzilla ones coming up.
I'm looking forward to what that movie brings
Yeah.
to the table.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be good. Number 4. Jasha.
Number 4 for me is where I have Anguirus.
Okay.
So we've talked about him. He's higher than
Why
Mothra
up
for me.
this high?
Again,
Almost in the top 3.
I just love the way he looks. And I think it probably is me just knowing more of what he's going to become like. But I really love the scenes of him in Destroy All Monsters. I really love how he was used in Godzilla Raids again, even if he was only in it quickly. And I'm really, really excited to see more of him. He's a bit cooler than Mothra, which for me, I love aspects of Mothra. But Mothra's a moth, and this is like a real cool looking dinosaur.
Yeah, Mothra's a moth. What have you got against that?
But who's your number 4?
Number 4, Minilla.
Manilla's number 4.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Now, I know we've both said like Manilla's our favourite.
Yeah.
I think Manilla's just always going to be a classic. Even if he's not the top 1 or even 3 for me, he's always going to be one of the favourites.
Yeah.
There have been movies in the past where they've leaned into that kiddie aspect a bit more. They've made Godzilla a bit more goofy, doing a bit of those she poses,
tapping his nose,
being a bit more out there.
Yeah.
I think those things work best well when you have Godzilla still as like his intimidating force and bring all that stuff onto just a singular character.
Yeah.
And you can see that contrast very well. With Minilla, they do it in the best way possible, where you bring in a new baby Godzilla and have him be like the gangly, awkward thing in this whole scary world.
Yeah.
And everybody has fun when you watch him, right?
He's just such a fun, like consistently fun character. Some of the other monsters like King Kong, they've tried to bring a bit of goofiness into their personality. It doesn't work better in any of them than it does in Minilla. He's really great, really funny. He always serves quite a cool purpose in the plot. Like in Son of Godzilla, it's about him. And there's this real cool, like him overcoming not being able to be like Godzilla when at the end he helps Godzilla save the day. And he's earned Godzilla's love. And Godzilla comes back for him. And then
it warms the cockles of my heart. It really does.
And then in Destroy All Monsters, he actually does get
the killing blow, right?
He gets the killing blow, and he has these fun. It brings his personality really well and morphs it in with all the other monsters. And you look at like the lineup for something like Destroy All Monsters, and they're all quite serious. A few of them are quite similar. And then you've got Minilla in that lineup as well. And he's just something special. And I know we don't see much more of him, but he's going to be really memorable, I reckon.
I think it's helped since they bring him in as always funny straight from the start, so that you don't really know what he's like normally.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the drawbacks of Godzilla. He's always overshadowed by how grave he was in that first film.
It may even just be that we've seen Minilla since his birth. So we do get, we're with him for his whole life up to this point. We do get the whole story of him being helpless, then him learning, and him becoming a bit more like Godzilla, then him facing up to his fears. And we don't really get that with any of the others that are kind of first just monstrous beasts that come out of the middle of nowhere, and we come in almost midway through each of their lives.
Yeah, it's almost like us on Podzilla watching these movies for the first time. You're all able to really grow up with us watching these films. Right from the beginning.
Mike, I'm being serious.
Are you?
He's relatable. You connect to the guy.
He's relatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Minilla.
No, he's good. Number 3.
My number 3 is Rodan.
Mine's Godzilla.
Your number 3 is Godzilla?
Yeah.
Wow. Godzilla. We're talking about Godzilla. I love Godzilla.
I love Godzilla. More so after watching all these movies.
Yeah. I don't think there's any other of these kaiju that could lead a franchise like he does. He just has the perfect amount of terror, scariness. He's this classic movie monster, but then he also has this real great demeanor and personality that's starting to come out. Got a cool bunch of abilities, and I really just love how, when you look at it, he is a little boring.
Yeah, no, agreed.
But it's always like, this boring dude, you know his abilities, you know what he can do, you know what he's like, can somehow always overcome these immeasurable odds and can find a way to come out on top. And I just really like that.
Now, is Godzilla your number 1? I want to let you talk about him.
Godzilla is my number 1.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Go on about him, dude.
Manilla's my number 2 after this. My top 3 go Rodan, Minilla, Godzilla.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, I've got Godzilla number 1, then his kid in number 2. But I really love Godzilla. And again, like I said before, he's the perfect face for this franchise, for this series. He might be boring, and he might be the same thing every time, but they always insert things into his character and into his stories that always bring something new to the table, or always change him, or grow him in some aspect.
Yeah.
And I just love him.
I think what works about him so well is when you have a main character, especially for a franchise like this, where it's almost like a monster of the week, you always have him going up against something new. You need to have that kind of not boring character.
Almost like a grounded...
Yeah, you need a grounded character, like you said, that everybody knows what he can do.
Yeah. Just
so they can elevate everybody else.
Yeah.
And I think he's not too far out there that it brings... if you had... For a random person...
Mogira.
Let's say he had Mogira as the... No, Mogira doesn't work. Let's say he had Orochi as the main character, right?
Yeah.
That's almost too far out there.
Yeah.
And he'd almost steal the show in every movie he's in. Godzilla, he's just a perfect force that works against everybody, that you can showcase everybody else. Ibira. I think the fight with Ibira is so cool because you have this out there lobster thing fighting somebody we know, and we really don't know who's going to win because we know what everybody can do.
Yeah.
And I know he gets powered up more with Space Godzilla and how he gets all his different colors.
Yeah.
I don't really know what happens there, canon-wise, but I think it's cool being able to have a character that evolves over time as well and gets more powerful.
Yeah. I just think there's nothing else like him. And yeah, everything I've said and everything you've said, they always find ways to power him up a little bit more, or to surprise you with what he can do. And that's the perfect thing you can have when you're telling a story, or with all these movies. Just something that can constantly surprise you. Something that's familiar, yet surprising.
And it's not like they pull out the rug and... It's not like they pull the rug out and add something new to his powers right at the end, where it's like, oh, we never knew he could do that. It's a cop-out. because nothing he ever does is a cop-out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how does he defeat King Kong, Jasha? Well,
Doesn't King Kong win?
they tumble in the water together, right?
They tumble in the water together, but Godzilla kills him first, Micah.
Godzilla kills him.
Yeah.
I don't know, the point I'm trying to make is there's no movie where he kills the enemy by some surprise means.
Yeah, you're right.
And that makes you kind of want to root for him.
Yeah.
It's like having a favorite rugby or baseball player. Like,
Yeah.
you know how cool they are.
Yeah, you know what they can do.
You know what they can do, and you fight for them because you know.
Yeah.
He's great.
He is great. Godzilla. He's my number 1. You're number 3. So I'm very curious. You're number 2 and 1. I know we have King Ghidorah and Mothra left. Is King Ghidorah your number 2?
Mothra's my number 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow, okay.
Okay, Mothra.
Yeah.
Mothra's freaking cool.
Mothra's really great. And I said before that Mothra's just a moth. But they really...
He doesn't really mean that, guys.
I kind of do. And then in a little bit of
It's
the
not
way.
just a moth,
Moth-
Jasha.
Mothra's kind of just a moth, but in the same way that Godzilla is kind of just a dinosaur. Mothra, the special thing about her is that, first off, she's the queen of the monsters.
Yeah.
You have this woman to go against Godzilla, and it's really great. And just the difference in their personalities and how different Godzilla and Mothra are, they're like completely opposites in some aspects.
Yeah. With Godzilla, you have like a force of chaos. Mothra is the force who's almost always on the human side.
Always good, yeah.
And who can actually bargain and kind of communicate and talk with them.
But even more than that, I just really love the mystical elements when it comes to Mothra. I really love just the out there nature of Infant Island and the Shobijin.
Oh, the Shobijin. That's such a... like, that's incorporated into this Mothra here.
Yeah.
Because they're so linked.
Yeah.
But having these two mini spokesperson for a kaiju, how wacky is that?
It's so wacky, but it's so cool. And I think Mothra might even be higher for me if we're talking about Mothra in the upcoming films. But I think we haven't seen the best of Mothra yet. Majority of what we've seen of her has been like the larvae form in these movies.
Yeah.
And it's really nothing special. Like, you get to destroy all monsters. What does Mothra do in that? Just hit into a few things, cause a bit of destruction.
Webs a little.
Uses her silk. And there's a few movies when it seems like that. You can't really get as much personality as she has later.
I get that.
With some of the scenes with her. But I really love Mothra.
I almost like that side because of that. You have Mothra, you have these two forms. Yeah. Having two forms of a monster is a great idea.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Mothra as the moth form. Basically, that's what you think of when you think of Mothra. And seeing larvae Mothra in some of these movies, what's the one where Rodan gets silked up? Is that Ghidorah the three-headed monster?
Yeah.
That one is so cool because Mothra is still playing this force of good and trying to unite the kaiju. But because she's so small, she can't really say much or do much.
Yeah.
And having this real cool dynamic at points where one of the weakest kaiju, objectively, because larvae form Mothra isn't that powerful, being the force of good amidst all of these monsters.
Mothra is our underdog in this first series, where that's like kind of given to Kong in the newer ones. But Mothra is the one that is underpowered a lot more so than the others, and has that connection to the humans, the person that you do root for.
Yeah.
And it's real cool.
It's really cool. Favorite Mothra moment, Jasha?
My favorite Mothra moment. I just love Mothra in general. I love Mothra's role in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster when Mothra is the only one who is going to go up against Ghidorah.
Because she goes up alone.
She goes up alone. Throughout the movie, tries to reason with Godzilla and Rodan. They finally come to help her. But I just love, that how you see in that she's really the only pure good monster of pure good that is working for the humans, and you can really see her personality and can really see the Mothra we all know and love.
We all know and love.
What's your favourite Mothra moment?
I think it's Mothra versus Godzilla.
True.
Where you have the scene where Godzilla ends up blasting a hole in Mothra's wing, and she kind of lays herself to rest with wings over her giant egg, still protecting it in death and bringing life from it.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
There's that whole thing, when it comes to like Mothra is like the symbol of rebirth and life throughout this series, when you're always seeing her cycle and you're always seeing that she's life-giving. It's pretty cool. Like, she's always there as the savior. Even just in Ibra, she's there to save the people at the end.
Yeah.
Like, she's always a source of hope, which is something real cool when you get it against Godzilla being initially the force of destruction.
Initially, yeah. So, number one for you was...
Godzilla.
For me, it's King Ghidorah.
That's quite fitting. We've got the big bad and the big good. The big good? No, we've got like the sworn enemies against each other at the top of our lists.
Now, I didn't actually think Ghidorah would be up here.
Really?
But I was thinking back on it. These movies, I've seen Ghidorah in, 3, 4 of them. That's all I've seen of him. I haven't seen him in any other movies.
You haven't seen any of the newer ones with Ghidorah?
No.
Wow.
But I think thinking back, even to when I was a kid, King Ghidorah has always been the coolest monster for me.
Mm-hmm.
You have this giant, otherworldly monster from outer space who's just got this giant golden presence, 3 heads with lightning everywhere. Like, I know Orochi has 8 heads. He's got that up on King Ghidorah. But King Ghidorah works really well as... He's just, like, a great enemy personified.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really love that aspect of him, that he is just this otherworldly terror.
Originally controlled by aliens.
Well, he's been controlled by the Zillions. Oh, flip. Is it even... He's been controlled by like 3 aliens. Who was he controlled by aliens? No. Okay. In Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster, he had destroyed Venusians.
Yes.
He was just a destructive
He destroyed
force.
Venusia.
Yeah, he destroyed Venusia. And then in Invasion of Astro Monster, he was controlled by Zillions. And in Destroy Monsters, he was controlled by Kylax.
He's just getting thrown around for everybody to control.
And I think that's the aspect I don't really like about him, is he doesn't really have much consistency. He's always just, whoa, surprise, Ghidorah's here, controlled by someone else. Again, he doesn't have personality. He's just this force of destruction. He looks a bit goofy. I can appreciate his design, but I think the puppetry when it comes to like his heads and the way his body looks real thick around his thighs.
It does look quite pudgy, eh?
He looks a bit weird to me, but I totally get why you like him. He's got my favorite roar of them all.
Yeah, come on.
The iconic, I don't even know how you describe his chirping, lightning sounding voice. I don't know. I swear I've been hearing his roar in movies and in like nature ever since.
Oh, you've pointed out a few to me between episodes. But I don't know. Especially in Destroy All Monsters, him being the final battle that everybody faces and still taking quite a while for him to defeat.
Yeah.
He's a tank. I like it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm surprised he's so high for you.
I'm really curious at what he's like in the MonsterVerse movies.
Yeah.
And what Mecha King Ghidorah is like.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the movie Mecha King Ghidorah's in either, so... Yeah.
Good things to come, hopefully.
We've got some really cool stuff coming up in season 2 and onwards of the show. Well, should we go through that's both our lists. Should we go through it, just the whole thing each? Do you want to start from the bottom to the top of yours?
Bottom to the top. Okay. Strap in. 36 giant lizard. 35 giant boar. 34 vampire plant. 33 giant rats. 32 batmen. 31 giant sea serpent. 30 griffin. 29 skeleturtle, 28 okondoru, 27 little snowman, 26 sander, 25 maguma, 24 gyra, 23 varan, 22 frankenstein, 21 snowman, 20 gorosaurus, 19 king kong, 18 kamunga, 17 mechanicong, 16 kamakuras, 15 anguirus, 14 meganulon, 13 manda, 12 matango, 11 ibira, 10 Mogira, 9 Dagora, 8 Baragon, 7 Rodan, 6 Odako, 5 Orochi, 4 Minilla, 3 Godzilla, 2 Mothra, and 1 King Ghidorah. After saying all of those...
There's a few!
And I'm thinking back now. Before starting Podzilla, I wouldn't know what half of these words mean.
That's totally right. It's crazy how many monsters and how many kaiju actually show up in all these films.
What the heck is a matango?
Yeah, right. My ranking in order from the bottom goes giant lizard, giant boar, a kondaru, Batman, vampire plant, little snowman, giant sea serpent, skeleturtle, giant rats, Frankenstein, King Kong, snowman, Sander, Gyra, Griffin, Varan, Ibra, Maguma, Baragon, Meganulon, Kamacuras, Mechanicon, Dagora, Gorosaurus, Manda, Mogira, Kumanga, King Ghidorah, Matango, Orochi, Odako, Mothra, Anguirus, Rodan, Minilla, and Godzilla.
Oh, good to hear.
This was really fun to do. I'm surprised of how long this took and how much we can say about each of these monsters.
It's great. I think Toho, it shows how much of a good job Toho's done creating this cool cast of mostly cool kaiju.
Yeah.
Looking at you, giant lizard.
Yeah. The bottom on both of ours. We asked you guys, as I said before, to kind of vote on the same list that we did and submit your rankings of how you would rank these monsters. And I think over 15 of you did this, which was pretty cool. Thanks for submitting your votes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read out the top 5.
Okay, hit me.
Of the listeners' ranking. Number 5, we have Dagora.
Dagora is number 5.
Number
That's
5.
really high.
Number 4, we have the Meganulon.
This is
Rodan.
Whoa! This is nowhere near what I thought it would be. Okay.
Number 3, we have King Kong.
Ooh, okay.
Number 2, we have Anguirus.
Is number 1 Godzilla?
Number 1, we have Mothra.
Wow!
So we had...
You guys like Meganulon better than Godzilla.
Yeah. Godzilla was in the top 10. I saw Baragon, Mogira in the top 10, but yeah, Dagora, Meganulon, King Kong, Anguirus, Mothra. Mothra's the winner of the listeners' ranking.
Wow.
So in the 3 rankings, my top Godzilla, your top King Ghidorah, listeners' top Mothra. That's a good trio.
Do you think Rodan's in anybody's number 1?
Maybe. That's 3 of the big 4.
Guys, thank you so much for listening along with us. This has been fun.
That was super fun. Let us know what you kind of thought of this format, because we can totally do things like this again, or even just more broader discussions.
I'd love to make this a seasonally thing.
Yeah.
After every era.
Every season we do like a ranking of the monsters in that season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd also love to do, like, once we eventually finish Showa, do a whole, like, look back at the era, a retrospective of each of the eras. But we'll see. Yeah, let us know if that's something you want to listen to. But other than that, we will see you soon enough for season 2 of the show.
Look forward to it, people. It's going to be fantastic. With some surprises you might not expect.
Yeah.
That's been Podzilla with your hosts, Jasha and Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at PodzillaPod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine, who did our podcast art, and Dagora9898, who did our episode thumbnail.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho company. See you guys next episode.